Hey everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Little Tuck. I'm Tucker once again. I'll be your guide on today's journey. So today we're going to be making salsa. This is a recipe that I have critiqued and my aunt has critiqued also for probably about 3 years, give or take, and so I think it's really good. You can add to this recipe, take away from it, whatever you might like, might not like. But what you're going to need for this recipe is you're going to need a can of Hunt's petite diced tomatoes. You're going to need some salt, some garlic salt, and then also some ground cumin. Also, depending on how hot you like it, I like my salsa a little bit hotter. I'm using 3 jalapenos, and then you can use, if you want more, you can use less. Doesn't really matter, however you like it. Also, I didn't have time to go and buy actual, tomatoes, but those are also recommended very highly if you like those. If you want fresh tomatoes in there also, you can substitute those out for the can, or you can put, what I usually do is do the can and the tomatoes all together. But however you like it, that's the ingredients that you're going to need. If you want to put cilantro in it, I personally don't like it, feel free. But do that at your own taste, because cilantro, a lot goes a long way, just remember that. So, but anyway, go get those ingredients and then we'll get started. Okay, so what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to take your can, you're going to cut the lid off of it basically, and you're going to want to just take the juice out of the can and pour it straight into your blender. Just the juice, no tomatoes yet. Okay. So after you've poured all your juice into your blender, the bowl part, you're going to take half a teaspoon of garlic salt, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, and you're going to put those both into your mixture also. Just half of that. And then half of that. Okay, when you have those in there, you're going to want to take a teaspoon and a half of just the regular salt. Open it. There we go. And then you're going to want to take your desired amounts of jalapenos that you chose, and this is where also if you chose to make cilantro too, you'd put that in, but you'll take your jalapenos now and you'll just throw those all in also. And then if you also want to use just a ton of jalapenos but don't want it to be as hot, you can also cut all the seeds out and it makes it better. So after you put it all into your blender, you're going to want to put it now onto your actual blender part and then just blend the tar out of it. So just make it until there's no, you can't see any jalapeno chunks anymore basically. Okay, so after you've blended it all up, you're going to take your can now and just pour it into, man, that's gonna be hot. You're going to take your can and just pour it into the blender part of it now. And then if you have your fresh tomatoes and stuff like that, you can also throw those in at this point in time too. And then the next step's really up to you. If you like chunky salsa, you'll blend it very slowly, for a very short period of time, just to incorporate all the spices and everything. If you like it how I do, and you like it kind of more more water texture down, you're gonna want to blend it for a long time, and this way it'll be set up. And also, if you're doing this for this amount right here, will probably feed easily 4 to 5 people. So, I mean easily. And then if you want to do for a bigger party, for have a big dip, you're going to want to, they make bigger cans of this. So, usually if you do this can and then a tomato, that makes about enough for 4 to 5 people. Just one can will be enough for about 2 to 3. So, for myself, it'll be perfect. And for 1 to 3 people, I guess. And then they make a giant size of this can that when you do that, and then you do about 2 tomatoes with that, it will be for about 8 to 10, 8 to 15 people. But if you use a bigger can and more tomatoes, you want to double all of your spices and salts. So if you use a big can, you're going to use 1 whole teaspoon of garlic salt and ground cumin, and then basically kind of a tablespoon of salt. That kind of varies. And then however much more cilantro you might have added if you added cilantro. But yeah, and so now we're basically at the end of the video, and we'll see what the final product looks like. Okay, so now as you can see, we have our final product of our salsa. Mine's a little bit more chopped fine. And so this is what it should look like, and I don't have the prettiest of bowls to put it in, but yeah. Hopefully yours turns out this. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you actually learned something in this video. If you have any critiques to how I can record or sound or anything like that, leave them in the comments below. Once again, I'll put all the measurements and all that in the comments below in a quick description. If you want me to try any kind of recipes, just also leave those and I will try my best to do them. Like, comment, subscribe to this video, and thanks for watching, and have fun baking.